It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Miller. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Going right to work up top. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
They punt it away on 4th down. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Comes the offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
That's a first down for the offense.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kruger. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. And Jesse, that's almost like an extension of the running game, a new age toss sweep.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, Reese, by the quarterback, putting that football in a place where his running back can make an easy catch and then advance it downfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Denson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Gators decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
brought down right at the 10, and this defense keeps him away from the first down line. But will they go for it on fourth down?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to go up top. Working the middle. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And now let's see what they come up with on third down after that incompletion. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Rebels are marching down the field, looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
To the air on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw again. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone. A gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, and that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. Got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The gun wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down near the goal line. Everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Trying to barrel in. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got his man quickly. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Defense wraps up the 1st half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
To the air on second down. Fakes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field, make plays for you.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Fires to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. Still running at the 35. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. The offense changing the play. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Now, when I blitz as a defense, I want to get home. I got to get to that quarterback, get him on the ground, not hit him as he's throwing it and he gets it off. Right here, just a split second too late. Didn't get to the quarterback in enough time. The quarterback did a good job assessing it, making a play down the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but into the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Johns. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Gators have this offense rolling. Out of the gun to give to the back. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line and push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Gets it out quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. A great catch and run for 6. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. He's loose down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So first down will open up the final period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And this guy stood in the pocket and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it, time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays, now 3rd down. I stay aggressive, have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive, get that football back for your offense.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
This offense says it's 4-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
The Gators are flying down the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. He'll take it himself. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 7 over Duke. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Complete downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times. And here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but's able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And you just got to know the situation in the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Got a man. It's Jamison. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And this defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. That one comes out hot down the right side. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And the extra point is good, but that's just a little window dressing, and the game is over. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really